here. Lord Commander.
Well?
The king is not in his tent.
Not in his tent?
No, sir.
Well, it must be somewhere. Have you searched the camp?
Yes, sir. I brought the aid you assigned to him. I think the man knows something. That is the man, sir.
You were assigned to attend the king?
Yes, sir.
Where did he go?
Sir, I cannot tell you.
As your commander, I order you to tell me.
The king pledged me to silence.
Where is he?
He went with a scouting party.
Scouting party? What scouting party?
Every night, so we send out small patrols to test the walls of the city.
And tonight?
Tonight, the waterway under the north wall. A patrol of 20 men under Captain Uriah.
You let him go?
I could not stop him, sir. We had finished the dispatches. The king stood in the mouth of the tent as the patrol went by. He looked after them, and suddenly he took up a sword and followed them.
Take 100 of your best men and go after them.
Sir. To arms, men!
King.
Iron 100! To arms!
King of all Israel, out there in the darkness exposing himself to the enemy. Crawling on his belly like a common soldier. Commander of the army, my order.
Yes, I know. We'll speak of it later. Come in, Your Honor. I apologize for delaying your supper. Sit down, Uriah. Pour us some wine. Sit down.
Sire, you're wounded. Let me call the physician.
No, let it alone. It's a long time since I've shed any blood. It's good to have proof that it still runs in my veins. Sit down, George. We must decide on our strategy, for Rabbah is well defended. Unfortunately, there are no Joshuas among us to command the walls to fall down. What would you do, Uriah?
I can speak for the men, sir. Every man in the army would be glad to die for David.
1,000 dead, perhaps 2. 1,000 vineyards and flocks left untended. 1,000 women wailing on my doorstep. You have a wife, Uriah?
Yes, sir.
She will come to my door in tears.
If I am unlucky.
No, it is a certainty. In wartime, the best are always the first to die.
Then her tears will be tears of pride.
You are too young to know much of women and too brave, whereas I am a coward.
A coward, sir. My men go into battle singing an old song. Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s.
That was years ago, when I was captain of 100 like yourself. I was not the king. You will serve me better if you live, Uriah. Come, George. Remain seated. Continue with your meal. I will return to Jerusalem in the morning.
O King of Judah and Israel, live forever. The Pharaoh of Egypt sends greetings to his beloved cousin. The Pharaoh bids me prostrate myself before the great king and to present this humble token of Egypt's regard.
The king of Israel warms himself in the sun of the Pharaoh's regard. My beloved cousin, the Pharaoh, probably hopes that I'll cut my throat with this.
Nathan, the prophet of God.
May God walk with David.
It is his custom to walk with Nathan.
God looks with favor on your plan to bring the Ark of the Covenant into Jerusalem.
Excellent.
But as to your intention of building a temple to receive the Ark, he has commanded me to say this to you. Thus speaks the Lord. Should my servant David build me a house to dwell in? For I have not dwelt in a house since the day I brought the Israelites up out of Egypt, even to this day, but ever lived in a tent. Have I ever, in all these years, demanded that a temple be built for me? Now, therefore, I say to David, I took you from the pasture, from guarding your sheep, to make you shepherd over my people, even over all Israel.
Yes, I understand. God sees no need of a temple. Is that it?
That is his word.
Very well, I leave such decisions to you.
To God, sire.
Whatever you like. You may take full charge of the arrangements to bring the Ark here from Baal, Judah.
My father, will you hear my petition?
Amnon, my son, you need not beg for an audience.
You promised me, as the heir to Israel, all the vineyards north of the Mount of Olives as far as the borders of Ephraim. Yet you have given the large vineyard on the Gibeon Road to Absalom.
Did I?
Only last month you said it was mine, yet Amnon claims it.
I demand only justice.
And what does Absalom demand?
Justice, too.
Then no matter how I decide, I am unjust. The vineyard belongs to Amnon.
Thank you, my father.
Come with me. Let's try to understand my problem. Amnon is the heir. He's been anointed. If it became known that I favored you, it would weaken him in the eyes of the people. We both know that he needs all the strength that we can give him.
We both know he is not fit to be heir.
That I cannot help.
You could anoint me in his place.
Even if I wanted to, I am bound by the law. With our people, the law is everything. It is in their bones. It's only one vineyard, Absalom. I'll give you your choice of my own holdings.
I want only what is mine.
Here, take this. It was worth 20 vineyards. Michael, I did not expect to see you here.
Does my presence displease the king?
Of course not. You're always welcome.
If the sight of me is so welcome, why haven't you come to my chamber since your return?
I had much on my mind.
Yet you found time to greet your other wives. I was the first. And now I'm the last.
If you had been with the others, I would have greeted you too. You remain aloof by your own choice.
There was a time when you thought well of my aloofness.
I make no objection to it now. Do as you please.
How graciously you give your royal approval.
Your sarcasm is wasted. We both know that royalty is a fraud.
It was no fraud when my father was king.
I've never denied that Saul was every inch a king.
And his successor, every inch a fraud.
I will not argue with that either.
Do you think that hanging his spear on your wall will make you royal?
Michael, please. I have messages to read.
Oh, I understand. I am dismissed. The shepherd's son is dismissing the daughter of Saul. I am to go and sit with the concubines.
They are my wives. And you are my wife. Is that not enough?
Why did you marry me, David? Why?
Because I loved you.
You lie. You have never loved anyone but yourself. David, meaning beloved. David, the beloved of David.
Whatever you say.
My love was wasted. You had no need of it.
Is your memory so short? I had great need of it once. I begged you on my knees, but you deserted me. You refused to follow me into exile. You even dishonored your vows and let your father marry you to another.
Against my will.
You can say so. I cannot help thinking that real love would have fathered a stronger will.
Then why did you take me back?
You might have guessed. Without Saul's daughter at my side, the northern tribes would not have acknowledged me as king. By taking you back, I made Israel one. Michael, we're past the days of our passion. Love or hatred or anguish, even cruelty. Why should we torture ourselves? We have to go on living, Michael.